Alright, hello everybody. Today we're going to be watching the 5th day of the 2021 Twister Season Professionals Tournament Top 8 Round Robin. And today's going to be the first day of the second half of this Top 8. On the 5th day, we will be watching Pincer as they go through their games tonight. They'll be playing against Zero first, as we can see here. Black Goldville is going to be the first map played as well. So, as we know, Black Goldville is going to be one of the maps that has 4 caps. No, 3 caps. What am I saying? We'll see if we can get it up here. On the strat link. Alright. So Black Goldville, 3 caps as we can see here. Now Zero is going to be running double 113s, one IS7, could be 2. Yeah, double IS7s, double 113s, double Yos, and a Vickers Light. So most of the time, what teams do like to do with their Vickers is send them over here or over here, like these bushes here in the middle, to get spots off on the crossing, so any tanks coming through here or any tanks coming through here. Most of the time, what you'll spot is some heavy tanks, and if you're mostly playing a strategy towards the A side, then they can give you some tips on getting into that A area quickly. You don't want to overcommit really into that A area without knowing if the other team's going to be playing over here or passive on A here. Now, Pincer's going to be running triple IS7s, 113, double Yos, and a Vickers as well. So both teams, I would say, are probably going to play over towards this C side. We could see a big brawl happening fairly soon in the match, especially since most teams do like to play most teams who do like to play C play here aggressively right at the beginning of the game, trying to get those 113s and IS7s into the fight as quick as possible. So let's see here. We're going to be going into our games now. So, let's see what each team decides to do. It could be that some teams play into the middle area of B. Like, play the IS7s quick into there, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happening. And it does look like both teams are going to be playing for that C area, so we should be getting some brawling action here. Let's see if these Vickers will be able to spot anything. Reaction taking the middle bush, able to spot up a bunch of these tanks over here. Zero, though, has decided to put their Yos in a position to try to get some shots on that crossing. However, that leaves these tanks in this C area who already made it a little bit exposed. However, Black Bear has gone straight for that C. He's in a tight position there, but oh man, will be able to survive. It looks like he will. 113s, both Akame and PSC, having trouble getting into that armor there. However, Black Bear needs to get some support soon, but oh man, Trivium just gets absolutely hammered out of the game. Blueberry's running that 2-shot, tries to get one in to travel to Uranus, although Travel to Uranus tried to make a play to get these tanks to turn around, but Pincer's not going to fall for it. They're going to be going for the 113s in the middle here who have been caught out. PSC trying to survive as long as he can, but Hinokami's going to be waiting on the reload, although he might get knocked out before he gets that reload in. He's got the big gun, it looks like. PSC does end up going down. Akame trying to get a shot into Hinokami, and Travel to Uranus has the pickup there. Pincer with the HP lead, although they are on even guns for now, but Akame is going to go down fairly soon. Or will he? Spyro is going to get picked up here by Travel to Uranus, and that gives Zero a momentary HP advantage, or not HP advantage, kill advantage. Phonosaur looks like he's going to go down to Blueberry. Blueberry could have the pickup on Akame, although he's not able to get the angle in. Travel to Uranus going to be trying to get some damage into Caps. Caps down to a one-shot. Akame does get picked up by Blueberry. Blueberry on the long reload. Caps goes down to travel to Uranus. 7 a.m. class. Gonna get clipped out by Meow89. Blueberry needs to do a good job here in supporting 7 a.m. class as well as he can. Travel to Uranus. Not able to keep Blueberry off of Meow, and Meow's gonna take a big 900 clip here if both shots pen. Even more. 977 first shot max rolled, but Meow doesn't get picked up there. 420 run low roll from the IS-7. Reaction goes down on the other side to Rhythosaur. They were having a 1 versus 1 the whole time here. Travel to Uranus going to be covering for Meow here, trying to do a good job, but the Yo is fair bit taller than the IS-7, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to cover for it, but 7 a.m. can't find the shot. And 7 a.m. does bounce the shot. Meow has a full clip here. Travel to Uranus as well, putting in a shot and putting him down to 312 HP. And Meow now with the heat. And 7 a.m. class gets his shot blocked by HE. Or the HE blocked on the IS-7's gun there. Unlucky there. Could have picked up the kill at the end. But Zero end up picking up the first game against Pincer. Look at that damage there by Meow in the Yo. 5,133. Big game there. Travel to Uranus. Also 3.9k in the IS-7. Fairly impressive, especially since it is an IS-7, not the best gun in the game. 7 a.m. class with a solid 3.3k game as well. Not able to pick up the win, though, for Pincer. So first game going to Zero. And we'll see who was the first, or who won the first game of Pincer versus Zero. So let's just check here. Their record, Zero actually lost to Pincer 3-4 last time they played. So Zero with a good start here and trying to change that result from the last time they played. And Zero's going to be running double M48 patents, so we'll see how that works out for them. Probably going to be playing into the caves area here instead of towards C. Those double M48s just won't be as good. Oh, shoot. In the caves there, so... Alright. M48's probably going to be going into this area this time. Possibly could split. Maybe they put one here... or one here to try to get a shot off on a medium. I've seen something like that before. And then send one over here. But I do think Zero is going to play more for this A area, the north area here of the map, instead of towards C. Rather than last game, just because of those M48s. However, they could play those M48s into mid and play the rest of the team into that C area again. They've got the double 113, so could be that they play that side again. But I do think they are going to play more aggressive towards A this time instead. Pincer is going to be running one M48 and a Vickers Light, so that's also an interesting pair, and we'll see what they decide to do with them. So Reaction in the Vickers Light, going to be going for an interesting spotting run here. Not one I see very often. And Rhythosaur and Akame in those M48s are going to be playing into that caves area. And the Vickers trying to get some spots off on the crossing. Doesn't spot anything and is actually going to be getting into that C-cap early on to try to get the cap lead. Akame in the M48 along with Rhythosaur going to be sweeping the cave areas here. But Akame is going to be getting into that A-cap. There's some spotted tanks here. Travel to Uranus has pushed in very aggressive in his IS-7 here. Spots caps. And I believe he spots Black Fade as well. 7 a.m. class 2. Although 7 a.m. class was in a position there to reset the B area, I believe. However, he's going to be jumping into that B cap. Since Zero was able to play A, Pincer is going to be going for B and C. So they have the 2 caps on a 3 cap map. And that is going to be difficult for Zero to play around, especially on Black Goldville, just because it is somewhat difficult to rotate around on this map without getting your tank spotted. So all Pincer has to do is set up a good solid defense, and from this spawn, as you can see there, Jody is in a position to just spot basically this entire push should Zero try making a rotation through this side here. Rhythosaur in the M48 gonna be chilling back. And again, Zero doesn't really have an option to play this way. Pincer has shown a lot of tanks to be spotted on this side. Black Bear has been spotted as well. So Zero, what Zero's gonna be doing is trying to make a rotation over back into their spawn and try to play into that C or B area. Although I would think that they're going to be playing into C, just because if you try playing into that B area, the tanks can collapse on you from the mid there, and you don't really have a lot of options to push out of. You have only one pickup as well on that IS-7, 7 AM class, although you could kill the cap, but there, again, just is not going to be a lot of options to push out of once you get into that middle area. Zero going to be redlining this rotation. They're going very far out just to make sure that don't get spotted by anything early on, although Pincer is probably going to at least hope, I hope that they're going to expect something coming from that side, just because Zero has not been spotted in a very long time, and because if they take that long to rotate, they're probably making a big rotation somewhere. Reaction spots PSC pushing across. PSC takes one. Could have taken two, but Black Bear bounces off of the angled side of the 113. This might trigger a reaction from Pincer somewhere else, but those M48s from Zero also stayed back on that side there. Black Fade is pushing into the middle with 7 AM class. Rithosor gets hit hard. PSC is on the cap, but it looks like the main fighting is going to be going on this side here. And in the middle, and Travel to Uranus going to be 2 versus 1 there. The Zero M48s won't be able to do a whole lot. Jody is getting into position here to try to push on Rithosor. Caps also going to be supporting this play. It looks like Pincer have this side locked down pretty much. They have 970 points of cap, so one more kill means they will win the game, and they are able to pick up on Travel to Uranus in that middle there. So Pincer picking up the next game on Black Goldville. And again, Black Goldville, just one of those maps where it's somewhat difficult to make rotations, even if you are an experienced teams. So I don't really blame, Zero for going down there. It's a tough push to make, again, especially on Black Goldville. And Pincer's setup was very solid. The M48 of Jody basically just locks down that whole side there. So you're almost forced to make a play back through your spawn, and then Pincer can just counter push if they see fit, or just bleed out the push. But in any case, next map will be, what is this? Dynasty's Pearl. So we'll see here on the strat link. Zero is going to be taking 2 113s, 3 IS-7s, and double crons. Now, with that many IS-7s and 113s, I do think they will be playing into that area here and try to push aggressive, possibly get some tanks into this side, maybe some through middle. I would say probably only the IS-7s through mid. If they push the 113s through mid, I think that's a little bit of a misplay. Jody and Reaction going to be taking German heavies there, an E100 and a VK9001P. So they can most likely play in this middle area here. The VK90 though is a little bit more flexible, could be able to play something over here, or maybe even side scraping here. But I don't think they'll be able to get it there in time if they're expecting aggressive play. And Pincer's also going to be running 2 M6 Yos. So we'll see what they end up doing with those Yos. Although Pincer is probably not going to be the aggressor this game. So Zero going to be looking for a solid push. They need to get their focus fire down and be able to make that play there. But it looks like they're not going to be playing A, actually. They have a strategy lined up more for C instead. So Pincer should be taking... Oh, no, they're also going towards that C side. So we're going to be seeing some head-to-head again. Spyro in the 113 going to be far out on this side here. Fanning out over on the right side. Could get some spots off on Rhythosaur. Rhythosaur playing aggressive into that C-cap. He's got a little bit of hold down cover, but instead it's just going to be crossing into this position here to try to get some spots and shots off and just eat some attention. There's also a play in the middle there. Trivium and Akame pushed into B to try to get a fast cap, it looks like, but Akame has bled very heavily for it. Trivium also taking a shot there, but Akame should be going down fairly soon. Zero's going to be making a play on the 113, and the double Yos on this side. PSC is in trouble, though, and nobody's going to be covering for him. That is going to be a misplay for sure. The Rhythosaur and Phonosaur should have done a better job of covering for him. Although, they are able to pick up, or Pincer picks up a kill. And so does Zero, but they've lost two tanks. The two tanks that pushed into the middle area, the IS-7s, did go down. Blueberry's going to have another clip with that 3-shot, but Phonosaur picks up the kill. Although Pincer just has the HP and the kills now. They are one gun up, and they're just going to be swarming on Meow here. Although Meow's doing a good job of eating attention. Jody looking for an HE shot, I think, but just gets a heat shell into the middle of the turret. And Caps looking for the kill on Rhythosaur. Oh, okay. He almost wasn't able to get the shot in, but Trivium pits another shot in. Phonosaur could pick up the kill. Meow goes down. Trivium. Oh, Blackbear has been alive the whole time. He must be on a ton of damage there if he's been penning his shots. But now getting focused out. Down to 7 HP. Reaction with the HP in the VK90 and Jody as well. Phonosaur not able to pick up the kill on Blackbear. Trivium trying to put a shot into 7 AM. 7 AM going down there. Phonosaur gonna get face-tugged there by Jody. Blackbear gonna be on reload. And Reaction put the IS-7 turret on the back of the 113. I don't think I've seen anything like that. I didn't even realize he was carrying it. Maybe he wasn't, but he ended up doing some damage there. That was a big brain play. Phonosaur with 3.4k, Trivium with 3k, and Meow with almost 3 as well. Reaction with a solid game, almost 4,000 damage there. Blackbear with a good game as well. Although I think he could have done more damage. But Pincer ended up picking up another game there against Zero. Zero just not able to make the aggressive play work out there. The E100 and the VK90 shutting down the mid play against those double IS-7s. And I think those IS-7s are definitely going to be having trouble against those two German heavies. So, Zero's going to be running double crons this time. Got a mouse, an IS-4, an IS-7, double IS-4s, and triple crons. Alright. That's a lot of heavies there. Pincer's going to be running triple Yos, one IS-7, one 113, a cron, and a VK90-01B. So Trivium probably going to be locking down the middle lane in the B, or the middle B lane. In the mouse. Reaction might be playing opposite to him as well with the VK90. The VK90 a little bit stronger of an armor profile at range than the mouse, I would say, just because the cheeks are so much harder to pen. And they're much smaller. And I think the VK90's turret is just like, if you traverse the tank at all, which the traverse isn't all that bad, I feel like the VK90's swings a lot more than the mouse's. But here we see another game on. Dynasty's Pearl spawns obviously have been swapped. And we'll see if Zero can pick up this next game here against Pincer on this opposite side. Well, let's see. Pincer is going to be playing for the A side this time. Both teams going for A this time. Some tanks have been spotted. 7 AM class, Caps, and Blueberry have been spotted for Pincer, PSC, Akame, Silent Storm. and Meow have been spotted. 7 a.m. class pushing aggressively here. Hasn't taken a shot of damage until just now. Akame gonna get poked. Or 7 a.m. is going very far in. Not sure if he's getting the support, if he will be getting the support he needs, though. He's going to be in a 1 versus 1 against Akame right now. Although he could get shot here if he backs up the wrong way. Akame not taking a shot there. Spyro now a 2 versus 1 here, but Silent Storm is going to be counter pushing. Pincer doesn't have the tanks to deal with that until Hinokami comes in with the Yo there. Silent Storm taking some more hits. Spyro now going to get pushed on here by those double crons, and actually Zero looking like they made a solid hold here. Pincer aren't able to deal with this mouse. That mouse is just going to be going in and disrupting these Yos. Very good play by him. Very heads up. Blueberry is going to be having trouble there. Silent Storm, though, getting focused out. Spyro goes down in the 113 to those double crons. But another kill for Zero, and that's going to make the game easier for them. They've got 3 kills already. Even though they don't have tanks with a lot of DPM, they are doing a good job of picking up the kills, and Pincer just cannot do anything to pick up the kills at this point. PSC is going to go down, but it's still a 2-tank advantage to Zero, and Phonosaur is the only tank that is low for Zero, and that's another kill for Zero. And they're going to be running away with this game on the HP and kill advantage. Double tap there into Caps to put him down to 1240 HP. Another shot in there. Akame should have another. And I'm not sure if Meow or Arythosaur will pick up the kill, but Meow gets it on Caps, and it's going to be 1 versus 5 here for Pincer. Reaction to the last tank alive in the VK90. And Pincer just not able to get the damage out on their aggressive play. So you had a very aggressive push into that A area, but just no follow-up after that. Zero did a good job of sponging with their IS-4 as well as their mouse, just pushing it into those Yos, into their line of fire, and just straight into them. Just to disrupt their, basically Pincer's highest DPM tanks there. So Yo's got shut down for Pincer, and that's going to win the game for Zero. Next map will be Yukon. The score is tied 2-2. So let's see. We'll pull up Yukon here. One of the newer maps is going to be a 4-cap map this time. So Yukon has some interesting... I mean, there's a lot of different... Or there's a lot of potential for different routes you can take if you want to make an aggressive play at the beginning. I've seen teams do it all, basically. Push into this corner, aggressive here. I've seen teams push some tanks here and then some tanks here. I've seen some aggressive plays into this middle area as well. And a lot of plays into the A corner here. So Zero's going to be running 4 IS-7s. Double Yos and 1 Kran. So, 4 IS-7s. I don't know if that's going to work out. They are going to be a little bit difficult to shoot at. The IS-7 definitely going to be more about the armor than the gun or anything else. Armor and speed is the name of the IS-7's game. But Pincer's going to be running those 3 Yos. We've got 2 IS-7s, a 113, and a mouse. A little bit more of a balanced lineup, I would say. But Zero, if they run those 4 IS-7s in a pack, they might just Wolfpack tanks with that decent and chunky alpha. But they're going to have to do a very good job of penning their shots and pushing their tanks into places where they don't just get absolutely nuked in return. But I would say Zero is going to be going for some sort of aggressive play. I would expect an aggressive play into that A side, maybe something into mid if they are feeling a little bit spicy. But it looks like they might make a play into that middle area. Maybe they pop up somewhere in this area here, or they're just going for B. It doesn't look like it. They're going a little bit wide here. And it looks like Zero is going to be playing maybe to kill some tanks in the middle. If Pincer sends anything into the mid, it looks like the Kran was set up for some crossfire as well as the Yos. But Pincer has been spotted. Blueberry is spotted. The IS-7's barreling in towards those Yos there. But an aggressive play for Zero. Will Pincer be able to bleed out this push? Phonosaur takes some shots there. PSC stops now. And Phonosaur is going to be splitting the focus there. As you can see, the IS-7's armor is going to be very troll. The sides of Travel to Uranus going to be bouncing. 2 shells there. Blueberry's getting pushed on. Will Pincer be able to react properly? They're going to be counter-pushing the Yos, and that could be the play here. It's going to be 4 tanks against 2 here for Pincer and Zero. But on this other side, it's going to be 4 or 5 against 3. Rhythosaur trying to drag these tanks out as much as he can, but Reaction and 7am class should have the pickup here. 1 shot in, 2 shot in, good pickup there. Pincer have lost a tank, but they've also picked one up in return. Silent Storm has pushed in, very aggressive in the Kran, just to disrupt these tanks. 2 tanks going to be disrupted. Black Bear should have the kill there. Hinokami's down to very low HP, but Silent Storm won't be able to pick them up. Jody in the mouse goes down. Akame is going to be coming in to support a little bit Meow until he goes down. But Akame could actually put him down to clippable HP if he gets the side in, or the shot into his side, but Meow won't be able to get the damage in. 7am class is going to be the next focus target, but Akame finds himself in a tough position now. The IS-7s for Zero went out very far. I don't know why they did that. They're probably looking for Hinokami, but won't be able to pick them up. Good shot in there for Akame before he goes down, but that was a good trade for Pincer to try to bring this game back. Although Zero with that aggressive play might have been in the lead from the beginning. Or I mean, Pincer might have been in the lead in the beginning. They got the early bleeds off on that push. And honestly, Zero pushed into only 2 tanks. I don't know if that was going to be the best play there. 7am class gets another shot into Travel to Uranus. PSC, though, wasn't shooting at 7am class, and 7am class is going to be on 11 HP. He's missing his rack and his driver. I don't think he's going to survive that, and he goes down to PSC. But Phonosaur is going to get 2 versus 1 here. Spyro bouncing the shot, and Black Bear is not going to have enough alpha to clip him out entirely unless he high rolls or sets him on fire or something here, but doesn't even pen the second shot. Black Bear able to track him, though, and Spyro with the kill. They need to focus fire well. Pincer going to be 2 versus 2 here. Tense 2 versus 2. Spyro is going to be putting a shot into Travel to Uranus, and that's going to make him clippable. But Black Bear is not going to get the shots into him. He will be covered for by PSC, but PSC gets tracked there. Will Uranus be able to get the shot in? Able to get it in. Makes him a 1-shot, and this... Oh, it's going to come down to a 1 versus 1. PSC is not going to... Oh, he's not... He doesn't have the kill yet. Takes one in return. He had the reload, but took a shot for nothing. Or he took a shot because of his hesitation. 1 versus 1 now. Spyro versus PSC. And Spyro has the advantage in terms of HP, but PSC has the cover of these dead tanks here. And he's doing a good job of staying alive as long as he can. Going for the face hug here. Doesn't get the bounce, though. And Spyro and PSC going to be face hugging IS-7s. It's going to be difficult. It could come down to RNG. But PSC has the reload advantage. Oh, bouncing the shot there on the upper plate. Could have hit the gun, but it ends up going to Spyro. Spyro picking up the clutch 1 versus 1 there. Zero with a super aggressive play through that middle area, but not working out. Although Pincer did have the DPM advantage, I think. Unless those IS-7s were running Rammer or something for Zero. But again, they had the 3 Yos there. Pincer had the 3 Yos. Just not able to get the damage out, though, as much as they hoped. Spyro with a 4.8k game, and also picking up the clutch. Black Bear with a 4.3k game. PSC, Travel to Uranus, both with about 3.7k each. Spawns are going to be swapped this time. Pincer with another win to their name, make the score 2-3, and Zero needs to pick up the next game to send it into a tiebreaker match. Zero going to be running a lot of firepower this time, actually. They've got double T-22s, double 50Bs, double IS-7s, and a mouse. Haven't seen the T-22s in a hot minute here. But Pincer's going to be running 3 IS-7s, double Yos, an M48 and an E100. Now, Zero is going to be in a difficult position here, I would say. They really need to use those 50Bs and T22s well. They need to pick up kills as fast as they can, but it's going to be difficult against those IS-7s. And the Yos. I mean, the Yos can kind of create an exclusion zone if paired with those IS-7s well. But in any case, next game is going to be starting. Will Zero be able to use their firepower effectively, or will Pincer be able to use their armor to shut them down? Pincer, 1 win away from picking up this set against Zero. And Zero really need to send this game into a tiebreaker. And again, Pincer was the victorious team last time these two teams faced, so will Zero be able to pick up the win this time? Time will tell. But again, they need to win this game first to have a shot at the tiebreaker where they could win it all. But Zero is going to be playing aggressive into the A area. They could have double caps before Pincer gets one. Yeah, Pincer is not even going for the B cap, not going to be risking losing an isolated tank on the cap there to those 50Bs. Trivium gonna be getting onto that C cap. Nothing from Pincer getting onto D just yet. And again, Pincer not even going for the B cap. Don't want to risk losing a single tank there without any support, at least early on in the game. Pincer now going to be setting up a B cap play. They're getting D as well. Zero is going to be having the cap lead, so it's going to be down to Pincer to make the play here. Still only 1 kill of cap advantage to Zero's name, and it's going to stay that way for now. Trivium still sitting on that C cap, although Pincer is not going to be sending anything towards him just yet. Spyro going to be outspotting him there. Not sure how. I think it just might have been different, or distance. Or no, I think Zero just didn't, or Trivium just didn't poke out anything that could spot him, like the cheek, or I mean the gun. So the spot points, how they work there. Reaction is in position here in the M48 to get spots into that A side. However, again, Zero is in the cap lead, so all they have to do now is defend both A and C and not lose more tanks than Pincer loses. Which is easier said than done for sure, otherwise everyone would just be good at comp. But Akame gets spotted here, Spyro gets spotted as well. Jody gets spotted in that middle area, so Pincer giving up some information there. However, the bulk of their tanks haven't been spotted. 7 AM class, Black Bear haven't been spotted. Spyro trying to get some shots into Trivium, but he doesn't want to poke out and bleed unnecessary damage yet. Shot going in across towards Reaction, and Reaction spotted on the rotation in the M48. PSC could take a big shell there from Jody, and that will be the first shot of damage of the game. Now Trivium's going to be losing some HP to Spyro, and Akame and Rhythosaur. Oh, this could be a misplay if those T-22s try to counter-push the IS-7. Black Bear could be there. Oh, and the Yo's now spotted. Hinokami in the middle there. Trivium is going to get ISO'd out of the game here. Will he go down, though? Trivium taking a lot of hits, but that is what the mouse is built to do. Will Zero be able to make a counterplay, though, with those 50Bs and the T-22s? It doesn't look like they're in a good position here. The 50Bs caught out by the IS-7, and they won't be getting any damage in, any meaningful damage in. And Zero have seriously misused their 50Bs here. And Pincer is just going to be running away with the game. It looks like they're on the C cap. They don't have the cap advantage yet, but 7 AM class only takes 1 shot there. Meow going to be going for a full reload. Phonosaur has a clip pretty soon, but Pincer now have the cap lead, and they're on the C cap there. Phonosaur getting pushed on. Meow, and Mao is pushing into those double IS-7's guns. Blueberry gets clipped out. But will Meow be able to pick up the kill? I don't think so. Those IS-7s are cradling him and getting some good bounces off, and one of the 50Bs goes down, and Zero just have lost all of their HP in this counter push. The T-22s just really weren't able to put their guns into the game very effectively either. Jody just now might get picked up, but those 50Bs, again, weren't weren't very present in the brawl at all, and the 50B's positioning really did not help Zero out, and Pincer will be picking up this game as a result. Zero just not able to put their tanks in the position where they needed to. Reaction could go down to those T-22s, but not before he picks up a kill on Rhythosaur. Spyro picks up PSC, and that's going to be the game over. Akame picks up the ram kill on Reaction, but it doesn't make a difference. Pincer winning that game on caps, and most likely would have won that game on HP and kills. Spyro with the 3.4k game there, solid from him. But again, these 50Bs just weren't in a position to put any damage out. Pincer played it correctly. I mean, they didn't push into that A area. Probably Zero was hoping that they would push into A, but the 50Bs weren't in a position to make a rotation if they did not push into A. So Pincer pick up the set against Zero again, this time with a scoreline of 4-2. So let's check the results of the rest of the tournament here. As you can see, the first stage ended with Jokers, or this is the order here. Jokers and RGN both with 6 points, but Jokers winning the head-to-head there. Pramo, Purple, and MM all with 4 points here. Pramo winning the head-to-head against both of these teams here, and Purple winning the head-to-head against Moonman, so that's why Moonman is in 5th, and why Pramo and Purple are above them for now. Pincer with 2 points, and Zero and Panda both with 1 point each. But the next group, or the next stage here, Jokers played against Pramo first, and they're able to pick up the win 4-1 on same maps, Black Goldville, Dynasty's Pearl, Yukon, and Mayan Ruins. The Mayan Ruins did not get played. Purple was able to win their set as well against Panda. Zero, we just saw the result. Primo, we just saw the result. MM, let's see who they are playing against. MM is playing against RGN, but those matches haven't finished yet. And that could mean that MM is giving RGN a hard time. So let's see what the results are there. And Panda. Oh, we saw the results of Panda. And we've seen everything for now. Pincer we just saw, were able to beat Zero. So we have some time until the next games start. We actually got a lot of time until the next games start, just because the second sets of game always start pretty late. But since we are following Pincer tonight, let's see who they will be playing against next. They're playing against Jokers next, and that's going to be a tough matchup for them. And that's going to be happening in about 30 minutes. So again, a long time until those games start. It's going to be Normandy, Port Bay, Rockfield, and Oasis Palms. So again, we've got time to kill, and we'll get into some pub games. There's no extra modes, so I guess we'll just play pubs. Alright. We'll start off with a grill, just because that was what was selected in the garage. Well, let's see. I get spotted by Leo. Hopefully I don't take any damage. 560. The Sheridan is in mid, actually. That's who spotted me. Sheridan's around there. Might have hit. Ooh. 50 TP. went into that middle area. I have a shot into the 183. Do if he backs up again. I'm finding a weird angle. I've never seen this before. I can probably hit him again if he sits there. Wow, and what are these rolls? Oh. Trying to get the traverse. Well, 57 was able to help me out. And 57 is going to be chasing the Leo. Thank you, 57. Now we have to help him out, or else he's just gonna get 2 versus 1. And that would be kind of sad for our buddy to die like that. 50 TP gets picked up. Sheridan is gone from this corner, or it could just be sitting around the rock. Well, looks like he's gone. Yeah, Sheridan just ran with the Leo to the other side of the map. Not sure why. Because that's where most of the team is. We should have a shot into the Sheridan as he crosses. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the Sheridan's going down low. Skoda has a clip into him, as well as a ram. We yoink the kill though. So last I heard, RGN was actually down 3-2 against MM. So either it went to a tiebreaker or MM... Oh, RGN looks like they picked up the win. A shaky win though on tiebreaker. MM pulling some games off of RGN. 4-3. That's an impressive scoreline from MM, I'd say. They were able to take some... I mean, they were able to beat Jokers last time, so MM definitely punching above their weight this season, I would say. But let's see. Everything is updated now. So Jokers, Purple, Pincer, and RGN all won their games here. So again, we're going to be watching Pincer play against Jokers next. And those should be some good games as well. Or we'll hope Pincer can make them close. So let's see. Normandy will be the first game played, or for the first map played as well. Then we've got Port Beta Rockfield and Oasis Tiebreaker. So again, we've got a lot of time until the next games. Basically 25 or so minutes. Alright, hold on. I'll go back and give ooh, Skoda, effective player. 57 heavy. Oh man. A rough game for the enemy team there. Okay. We got a ×3. Got some more time again, as I said. So we'll go into some more pub games here. We'll play M48. What do they have? 2 mediums. Oh, and a light. And I'm the only medium here. So we'll play passive for the beginning here. Hopefully the team comes up. It looks like our 215B is coming up. But the rest of the team is a little bit confused on where they want to go. STB gets the spots off on that crossing. Very good for him. But again, we've got to start from the back here and play passive. Since they had a medium and light tank advantage at the beginning, you don't want to get caught out by their mediums in an aggressive play. But now that we've saw that our team is coming up, we can start to move up and get into normal positions. But yeah, if you've got that disadvantage there, just wait a little bit so you don't get completely caught out. The 183 might be in the back there. I'm not sure if I would spot him with the M48. It's got good view range, but that is quite the distance. 215B getting shot at by spot in E4. He tries to get a shot in, I think, on the 215B. He went wide, very wide on us, though. And on the 215. So I'm not sure. STB is going to be going for a play in the middle. But we can get a shot into him here. Not going to be risking the HE yet. Oh, our 183 pushed up. Try to get a track shot into the 121. Should have the kill as long as I don't botch it. Get a track shot on the IS-7. Make him easier to deal with later on, if we have to deal with him. I don't want him to turn on us and get any easy damage in, so that's why I pull back. T92 gonna be on reload. The E4 is looking for a shot into me there. T92 E1 trying to get a shot in. Oh, he should have a side shot now. But the side hug, too powerful. I think if you're getting into a brawl with someone, as long as you're not going to be taller than them, even if you don't have a lot of armor, a side hug is probably your best option. More so than a face hug. Unless you're in like an IS-7 or something. Then the face hug is very strong. But even still, I think the side hug is one of the most underrated brawling tactics in the game. A solid game there, despite being positionally down at the beginning of the game. And like a few tanks going low for our team at the beginning. Give the STB worthy opponent. I'm not sure what the rest of his team was doing. But let's see. We've still got, what is it? Yeah, again, 20 minutes basically until the next game starts. So we'll be getting into some more pub games. For sure. Unlock another level of the battle pass. What do we have here? Some offers. I want to get rid of the notifications. Ooh, super Pershing. Not a very good tank, I would say. It's okay, but it's kind of It's not the most fun tank, I would say. It's kind of brawly, but it's kind of not at the same time. We've got a free stuff here. Some boosters. And get rid of this notification. Alright. So we'll play the E3. RGN won the last game by 1000 HP. That is extremely close. I would love to see those games. MM must have had some very strong strategy and played very well. Or RGN was not having a good day. Hopefully we don't get 183'd at the start. Can't see the IS-7's armor. IS-7 gets a shot into the track, the drive wheel there to track. Give him a hit in return though. Big roll as well. Chieftain pushes into the middle. Finishes off our Chieftain. I think I got blind hit. But a good shot nonetheless by the IS-7. Yeah, he's pulling back up. Maybe we blinded him. Probably not. Oh, but it looks like he was poking, so maybe we did. He's probably gonna get a shot in here. Not quite. He's using Spall Liner, so he can't HE him for full damage. It looks like our IS-7 blind shot did not pen or did not hit. This is not a good game for us. It is looking like a loss. E50M. With the ram. Should pick me up. I'm not sure what our E5 is doing. Defending the grill, I think. Grill, not able to get a shot into the E50M's lower plate. And now we've got the platoon left last. And Grill botching another shot on the E50M. Not able to get the kill, and E5 also can't pick up the kill on the E50M. The E50M just insane damage blocking there at the end. Well, let's see if we get a win in the E3 this time. What do we have? South spawn on... Can't remember what this map is called. Ghost Factory, I think. It looks like the team is going left. I don't really know the meta here. E3 speed unlocked by the super consumable speed boost. I might just play passive around here to defend the spawn from any attackers. For now. Hit is mantlet, which is all red. It seems like I can't spot out as far as I thought. Yeah. Want to trade with him. The Foch is going to be coming up. Don't want to push in where the Foch can just get a free clip. 57 is spotted here though. His platoon mate IS-7 is probably nearby as well. 183 spotted. Oh, the 4202's pushing up. Trying to get a shot into the 183, though he's backed out, so not gonna go for it. IS-7 is spotted now. 4202 picks up the kill on the Ho-Ri, but we're kind of comfortable in here. Just kidding, we're not. We're gonna get maybe clipped by the Foch. Just kidding. Oh, try to HE him. But his platoon mate's gonna pick me up. The 57 heavy. E100 bouncing a weird shot on the Foch. Our team being really slow on the other side somehow. The 4202 and the T22 are gonna get holed up here by the M6 Yo. Yo only had one shot somehow. 4202 might get picked up here by our 4202, but our 4202 shoots Hesh for some reason, and our T22 botches the shot. The Yo is gonna have a clip soon. 4202 meshing up another Hesh shell. And gets picked up by the 268. Our Yag now getting bullied out here by the IS-7. Might be able to pick up the 268, but I think... Ooh, good shot there. But the Yo gets a clip into the T22. Definitely not what they wanted to do. And our platoon of mediums wasn't able to get the damage out, unfortunately. It's a 1 versus 3 here. I think the Foch is like full HP. The 57's a 2-shot. The IS-7's also like a 2-shot. But the issue is going to be picking up the IS-7 and the 57 heavy. And since they're in a platoon, they're going to be working together. More so than if they weren't in a platoon. But the Foch also being a full HP would be an issue. But in a 1 versus 1, the T22 could outplay the Foch just by tracking it over and over again. 57 is a 1-hit apparently. The IS-7 spots him? Doesn't spot him. Somebody's on the cap. Might be the 57, could be the Foch as well. IS-7 looks like he's going to have his front facing the T22 here. T22 needs to play this carefully. He's got the side shots. If the 57 is sitting in the corner, he could be able to clip him out, but it was probably the 57 on the cap. But he's going to be coming now. T22 is going to be in hot water. Or it could have been the Foch, actually. If there was a 57, I think he would have just stayed on the cap as a 1-shot. Yeah, it was a Foch. Oh, Foch is in full HP. Oh, the T22 barely has a reload, but doesn't get the shot in. And the Foch should pick him up. Yeah. Unfortunate shot there. And we can't win the game in the E3. T22 able to get the damage in. 3.2k at the end there. The Foch did some good damage. I'll give him worthy. And we've still got like 7 minutes until the next game start. 6 minutes. And so I won't risk getting into another game here. I'll just wait for the invite. We'll go through the shop real quick here. Let's see. We got the T26E4. Again, I don't think this tank is all that great. For 5.5k gold, it does make good credits though. And you get 30 days of premium and 500,000 credits. So if you're low on credits, it might be a decent deal. But again, I don't think it's the most fun tank. I don't think it's the best tank either. The formidable Europeans. We've got the Progetto 46, which is one of the best mediums at the tier, I think, is what I've heard. And the Emil 1945, which is also a pretty strong tank, or 1951. I think it's a pretty strong tank. It's got a 22-second reload though, so again, this might just be without any food or anything, but still. I'm not sure how good it is. I don't really play tier 8 to see them that much either. But I think these are decent tanks. The Progetto is, I don't know if it's worth 17,500 gold, but it is a very good tank from what I've heard. The Action X, also one of the best tanks at tier 8 from what I've heard. Very sweaty tank though. It's got low alpha. The armor and the turret is pretty good. The mobility is alright. The traverse is fine. But again, low alpha, kind of slow. But it is a solid tank from what I have heard. And at 12,000 gold, it might be a little bit of a better deal. But who knows? You get 2 tanks in this one. What do we have here? We already went over that one. M3 light and bonuses. I don't play low tiers, so I wouldn't get it. And this menacing trio. I think these are T4485. I have not seen this tank basically at all. Not sure how good it is, but I think it's decent from what I've heard. It's a fast tank. It's got good DPM, I think. Decent alpha, whatnot. Or, yeah, it's like a T43. But the profile might be a little bit better, so... Yeah, and I wouldn't buy it just because it's a lot of low tier tanks, so. But anyways, next match, Jokers versus Pincer. Normandy is going to be the first map played as well, so let's see. On the strat link here, go over some quick things in. Oh. Alright. Don't really know their lineups yet, so we'll go over some basic things. As we can see here, it's going to be a 4-cap map, A, B, C, D. We've got B in the middle area here. This is going to be almost, oh, this is a little bit misleading. It's only like this much here. It's going to be almost impossible to cap at any point in the game. But I have seen it capped very rarely though, and at that point it just becomes a brawl. So I don't know if taking B makes a huge difference, unless you can somehow get it at the beginning of the game and not bleed a ton of HP for it. But that's like, I don't know, like B cap usually not in the equation for any sort of win, or at least not like a deciding factor. A cap gonna be one of the caps that is most removed from all of the rest. C, B, or B, C, and D, all pretty close to each other, comparatively. A cap is all the way down here, and you've got to go up for it. So it's pretty far out of the game, and it leaves you a little bit, again, out of the play if there's going to be a play on C and D, or even in the middle area here. But speaking about that, most of the action, I would say, in most games happens in this area here. This middle area, sometimes some aggressive plays happen where you clip a tank that's sitting in here, like either up here or up here. You've also sometimes got some plays aggressive into this area here, where you might see some tanks set up in this area to reset, or not to reset, to shoot these tanks pushing in. You might have some tanks sitting here or here to get some shots into a push coming in through there. And also just to get some spots off here in this area. But this area is a little bit difficult to push. It leaves you somewhat exposed unless you have a push coming in through here. So if you see a push coming out through here, you're probably going to see some tanks coming in through mid as well. Now, what I have seen some teams like to do, including, like, I think mostly Pramo, is push straight in through here into this area. Now, all of this area here that I just traced out, like, those are going to be a raised area, so basically hills. But you can get all the way up to here and basically shoot at these tanks while you're hold down, and they would have to push over a ridge to get shots into you. Most of the time, if teams push tanks here and here, they're going to have tanks set up here to shoot at any sort of counter push coming in through there. Or they also make a play on the outside, but that's a little bit riskier, I would say, because you could leave these tanks open while maybe the enemy has some sort of setup here and here to shoot at a push coming in through here. So a lot of the time it comes down to who caps C or D first in terms of like who is forced to make a play on the rest of the map. A can sometimes be very big in forcing the enemy's hand just because, again, B really isn't an option, and most of the time teams are going to be centered around C and D. So if you're able to get A and C or A and D, it's going to be pretty solid for you. You can set up to defend A and C or A and D for an inevitable push that will probably that will have to come just because you have those two caps. Or you could try retaking A, but that is also somewhat difficult to do. But anyways, Joker is going to be running 3 Yos. We've got 1 Vickers and triple IS-7s. Pincer is going to be running 4 Yos, an IS-7, an E50M, and I think it was a Vickers. But I don't know. Double IS-7s, 4 Yos, and an E50M for Pincer. So let's see here which team ends up winning. Pincer versus Jokers. First match going to be played now. And we're kicking it off. Hello, good luck in the chat. Boa nuit. Or boa noite. Or noite. I don't know. I'm not sure. And here we see WoT is going for a spotting run on this outside area. I haven't seen that before. Most of the time what light tanks try to do is get some spotting through that middle area. WoT is able to get shots or spots into Spyro, tries to get a shot in, but gets shot by 7 AM class. Spyro wasn't able to get a shot in. Assassin is spotted, pushing aggressive. Jokers making an aggressive play here. Kakati gonna push into that middle area, as I pointed out earlier, to get shots into that E cap. As you can see here, he's hold down and has shots into D to reset. Jokers is going to be taking C. Pincer forced off of their own cap of D. Jody might make a play onto Kakati, but again, Jokers could support Kakati fairly easily if they get the tanks into position. Reaction gets shot once by Star Star for the win. 7567 222 477. But Pincer going to be bleeding much more than Jokers are at this point. Jokers also have 1 cap as well as map positioning. So Pincer are in a difficult position here. An Assassin is leading a push over here. MJ Gamer takes a lot of hits there. 7 AM class with a full clip. Hinokami going to be on reload. But MJ Gamer trying to stay alive as long as they can. Pincer able to get some damage back there, but haven't lost any tanks yet. Assassin should pick up the first kill of the game. 7 AM class goes down, and it looks like Kakati is trying to stay alive and keep these tanks out of the fight as long as they can. But Pincer are able to pick up the kill on Kakati. Hinokami is going to be 1 versus 2 here. Blackfade goes down to Assassin, and Jokers is going to be sending a lot of tanks over onto this area here. Now, they might be a little bit in trouble if they don't pick them up, or actually nah, they're fine. They have a lot of HP left. Pincer trying to get the slowdown on C. Good track shot there from WoT. Joker Steel with enough clip potential to pick up the E50M on his own, but WoT also coming in for support just in case, but he picks up the kill there. Black Bear goes down to Assassin, and Spyro is going to be the last. Oh no, there's another tank. Jody in the M6 Yo. Yaro is going to be pushing into Spyro. Spyro was trying to get to the rock, I think, for cover, but Assassin with another kill there. Jody, last tank for Pincer, and isn't able to pick up the kill on Joker Steel. And Pincer going to be losing the first game. Jokers with the first win of the series. Solid push on the outside area there. Joker Steel with 3.5k damage almost. Assassin with a solid 3.3k as well. Jody almost reaching 3k damage themselves. Jokers with the first win of the series here. In a solid win on Normandy. Good push as well. They had the positionings from the beginning of the game. Pincer, it was in trouble to the caps. And actually, it was Jokers that just took the initiative to push. A lot of the time, teams will just sit back on their cap and make the enemy push into them. But Jokers did not allow Pincer the time to get organized and instead sought to wreak havoc on their Yos on the outside area. They did lose an IS-7 for it, but they were able to pick up 2 kills as well as more positioning. And they made a play on the other side. They forced a play on the other side. Gakati get pushed on in the middle, but it was not for free. Joker is going to be taking a Badger, not a tank I have seen very much at all, especially on North America. Well, we'll see what they end up doing with it. If they just play it in the corner, it will be extremely annoying to deal with for Pincer. And it could just farm a solid amount of damage. But Joker's also going to be taking 4 Yos. We've got a Vickers Light as well as an IS-7. Pincer's going to be running triple Yos, double Krons, and a Vickers as well as 1 IS-7. So the double Krons might be able to push into solid positions. However, the 4 Yos for Joker's definitely going to be a threat to those low DPM tanks if they're able to close the distance on them. But Joker Steel might just play aggressive as well. The Badger's profile or armor profile while hold down and using gun depression is actually fairly solid. And again, it can become a very annoying and difficult tank to deal with if it is played into a good position with a little bit of support. But Reaction in the Vickers Light gonna be going for an early C cap there. Assassin asking if I want Popeye's biscuit. Popeye's biscuit are actually pretty decent, very good. Or nuggies. Oh man, both very solid options. But I've got a game to commentate. You can ask me later. Star and Kakati both getting onto the D cap. A lot of tanks spotted for Jokers. Kakati getting shot there. But they had 3 caps, or 3 tanks on the cap. So Black Bear won't be able to reset them all. Black Bear trying to get another shot in on Star for the win, it looked like, but wasn't able to get it off. And as you can see there, Joker Steel is in the Badger. He was sitting in this position here in case Pincer tried to make an aggressive play onto this D area. Joker Steel gonna be chilling back there for now. But Pincer has the cap lead this time. Jokers will be making the play. And Reaction in the light tank gonna be taking a blind shot at the A bush on the far back. Wabbit in a passive spotting position, overlooking the A cap just to make sure Pincer doesn't get that double cap there, and waiting to make a play himself or react to some sort of Pincer play. But Reaction gets spotted there. Yaro with a shot not connecting. But Yaro also in a position to just keep the Vickers out of that middle area. Jody in the Kran, able to play pretty safely hold down against Kakati as well as Yaro or anything else that plays on this outside here. MJ Gamer tries to get a shot into Jody's turret there. Wabbit gonna be making a play onto the A cap. Jokers might be able to support some sort of play there. Reaction gets spotted. He's got his hole pointed towards A. Will he be able to get a reset here? Or will Pincer just look to make a play somewhere else? Hinokami is ready for the reset. Wabbit doesn't get reset there. Reaction going out very far. I'm not sure why they didn't just send him very close to get a reset there, but now Wabbit has got the A cap. Reaction is not able to get back on it most likely. Wabbit will be sticking fairly close to A, but Joker's now in the advantage here. They've got 2 caps. Pincer only has 1, so the cap advantage goes to Jokers now. Jody going to be on single shot reload. Hinokami in the Kranvan going to be poking aggressive into that middle area. Gets a good shot into Yaro's cupola there. But it looked like he was trying to get some shots into Assassin. And now Pincer is going to be getting onto that A-cap. And Wabbit's not going to have any reset shells. Even if he puts a blind fire towards that cap, it's not going to be connecting. Because Reaction is going to be sitting in a safe position. And now Pincer have the cap advantage here. Although, I would say positionally, Jokers are winning this game. Joker still in the Badger, taking some shots there. Spyro taking some hits from MJ Gamer. MJ Gamer taking a shot in return. Star for the win, looking for some damage into Black Bear. Yaro is taking a lot of damage. It looks like Hinokami pushed into the middle area to try to 2 versus 1 Yaro with Reaction. It looks like Yaro will be going down. Will Hinokami go down, though? I'm not sure. It looks like he doesn't have the alpha. Oh, but Assassin comes in, and now Reaction is in trouble here. Trying to get a shot in, but he definitely overstayed there, and he's going to get picked up. However, is that a mismanagement of resources for Jokers? They're getting pushed on now on the outside here. Black Bear takes a lot of damage. Star for the win is going to be down to a one-shot now. Will 7am class be able to pick up the kill? And he will be able to, but he's going to get clipped from behind from MJ Gamer, and now Joker Steel in the Badger is going to be taking a lot of damage. A huge HE roll there, and he gets picked up. So Pincer are going to be winning this game on caps. Now, they need to stay alive as long as they can. Gakati gets a good shell into Spyro hold down, and he's going to be on a reload now. Jody in the Kran going to be holding. And what? How is Reaction still alive? I thought he would have died a while ago, but now Pincer is going to be pushing on these tanks here. Assassin now going to be using his HP in the game. Big HE shot into the side there. And Black Bear is going to get pushed on for a kill. Jokers need to pick up the kills. Assassin should have the pickup here. Able to get it off. MJ Gamer now going to be defending the decap as long as he can. Pincer cannot pick up that cap. Reaction goes down in the light tank on the far side. Wabbit and Yaro both going to be pulled way out of the fight. And Jody's going to be retaking the decap. Although Assassin is going to try to keep that decap from being an issue for them. Gets a shot into Jody, and Wabbit with the kill shot from behind. Black Fade now. The Jokers have the... They don't have the cap advantage, but they have some HP to deal with. And a 7am class could go down to Assassin, and he will most likely go down. But Assassin bouncing the shot right up in his face. Wabbit is going to be slowing down the caps, though. Black Fade gets another shot in 7am class on the reload. Yado's going to be a one-shot. Assassin should pick up the kill this time and is able to get it off. Black Fade trying to make him a one-shot, maybe. 470 HP left. Yado now going to be coming in with the clip, and Black Fade won't be able to clutch this up unless he's able to pick up the kill on Yado. It's a snapshot. Won't be able to get it off. Assassin is going to have to be a high roll, and it is! But Yado has one more shot, and Wabbit with the mobility will be able to Circle of Death him, but Black Fade not able to pick up the win at the end. Close game for Pincer, but a heartbreaker for sure. Reaction did a good job of keeping those tanks down. Both Yado and Wabbit were out of the fight for a very long time. But at the same time, his mobility was not able to put in effective damage and pick up the kills on the main fight. So it was a decent trade, but it could have possibly been better. But Jokers pick up the second game on Normandy. Next map is going to be Port Bay. And let's see what they decide to do here. Lineups being picked out as we speak. And we'll get Port Bay up on the strat link here. So Jokers is going to have double IS-7s, triple Yos, a Vickers Light, and a single 50B from the south spawn. Meanwhile, Pincer are going to have double IS-7s, double Krons, a Vickers Light, and possibly double M6 Yos from north. To be all that honest, I'm not sure what Jokers are going to do with that single 50B. Although, they might leave it as a tank destroyer up here and support double IS-7s playing aggressive, maybe into B, maybe into A. I'm not quite sure. From this spawn, I think in my opinion, it's a little bit more difficult to play into C very effectively, especially if the enemy team has any sort of mediums that plays into this corner area here. But Pincer is only going to be running a Vickers Light. They've got double crons. The double crons, I've seen crons play all the way back here to try to get some spots off into C. If they do that, then the Vickers will be up on probably the road just to spot C for those crons to try to get some reset shells in while the rest of the team defends B and A. Pincer might be playing a passive hold cap strategy, but I think Jokers might be doing something aggressive into B.
Let's get this show on the road.
Or possibly A. But we'll see. Wabbit in the Vickers Light going to be going towards that C cap reaction, though, in his Vickers. Looks like he's going to be going for a solo boost onto C, so he should be able to keep Wabbit off of C, although it looks like, no, both of these Vickers Lights are going to be spotting up C. But again, we've got Jokers with an aggressive play into the A/B area. Kakati is pushed up very, very far, and Pincer don't have any angles on him, so Jokers are going to be in the advantage here. Yaro might have another shot into 7 a.m. class. But, oh man, what an aggressive play here. The 50B, again, playing sort of like a tank destroyer in the far back. And Hinokami is getting pushed on by double IS-7s. He's not going to be surviving this for very long. And Joker is going to be farming out 7 a.m. class as well as he pushes in to try to get some disruptive positioning here on this Joker's push. But the double, there's one cron for Pincer. Gankati is going to be the first kill. Hinokami is down to very low HP. Gets picked up by Assassin. 7 a.m. class also gets picked up. Solid push there from Jokers. 2 kills already. While Reaction and Wabbit are in a 1 versus 1 on the other side. However, Reaction might get picked up here by those Yos. These Yos are going to be going off and trying to get some shots into Reaction. Reaction caught off guard. Did not see those Yos coming, and this 1 versus 1 is going to be going towards Wabbit now. Blackfade is in a position there to try to disrupt as much as he can, but Spyro is going to be 1 versus 1 against Assassin. Pincer just cannot get their tanks into positions here to get some solid, effective damage into the game. Pincers are also down 3 tanks and have only picked up 1 in return, and Blackfade has pushed very aggressive towards I don't even know where, but this is not looking very good for Pincer. Assassin is down to 800 HP. If Spyro pens all his shots, he will be picking up the kill. Will he be able to do so? Does pick up the kill on Assassin, but goes down to KJ as well as Yato. And Blackfade's going to be 1 versus 1 on the other side. Reaction, I think, saying expletives in Portuguese in the chat. Jody is going to be pushing on Wabbit. Again, the Vickers just going to be doing a good job of keeping these tanks out of the fight. Gets picked up by Jody, but Yato is going to be coming in with a clip. Huge ram as well. But Yato and KJ going to be finishing off the final tank here. And Jokers with another win to put it up to 3-0. KJ with 3.9k damage almost. Yato with also 3.9k. Spyro with a solid 4k game. But not enough for the win there. And Pincer just not able to get any sort of strong damage into that aggressive play from Jokers. So Jokers winning the game there on aggression and kills. Early kills. Second match on Port Bay. Spawns are going to be swapped, of course. Joker's going to be taking 4 Yos, an IS-7, a 113, and a Vickers Light. Pincer are going to be running double IS-7s. They've got a T-22. Triple Yo so far, and possibly a Kranvan. No, double IS-7s, triple Yos. a Kran, and a T-22. It looks like Pincer are going to be going for possibly the C cap and maybe a defense on B. Because if you play on that C side, it's fairly difficult to defend A without just leaving some tanks to die. And most of the time what teams do like to do is try to get a cap lead on C and defend B as best they can, or at least bleed B very heavily. But we'll see if that strategy does end up working out for them. Pincer looking to pick up their first game of the match here. And Joker's looking to clean sweep Pincer 4-0. On the final, perhaps final map of Port Bay. Wabbit gonna be going aggressive towards C to try to get some spots off on any early tanks here. And Reaction is taking the IS-7. Interesting. So he knocks the tree down with an HE shell, looking this way to get some spots off onto C while staying unspotted, but Pincer looks like they're actually going to be playing towards A. Now Jody in the T-22 going to be shooting all of this down. I'm not exactly sure why they're shooting it all down. Maybe to make it look like they're playing towards A? But Blackfade gets some spots off onto C, and Joker's just going to be setting their Yos up on that C cap, daring anybody to poke out and shoot them. Joker's still going to be poking here. Blackfade taking some heat shells in the turret, no less. Pincer not able to get any damage out, or get the reset on C, or even take A before C. So Jokers look like they're going to be running away with this game yet again, if they make this push the right way. Although Pincer is mounting some sort of defense here. Those Yos weren't spotted until now. Gakati possibly caught a little bit overextended, but it doesn't look like it. Pincer just not able to get solid damage in, and Reaction is going to be 1 versus 2 here. MJ Gamer and Assassin both going to be poking on him. He doesn't have support. I mean, these Yos, nothing in that back really has good shots on these tanks here. This looks... Oh, as long as Jokers don't bleed so much in their push, they should be a win. Reaction taking 1340 HP of damage there. It gets picked up by KJ. And first kill of the game going for Jokers. And Jokers just going to be running with it again. MJ Gamer with another kill on Blackfade. And Jokers now going to be pushing in with the HP. Another solid push for Jokers. Pincer just not able to mount a solid defense and get the damage in and support their tanks getting pushed on. Hinokami gonna be going down to Yaro most likely. And MJ Gamer gonna be picking up the kill on Spyro. No, Assassin with the kill in the 113. Pincer have 3 tanks left and have not been able to pick up any kills thus far. Joker still pushing in with the HP. Trying to get a ram kill on 7 AM class, but not able to get it off. The 7 AM class goes down, and Jody in the T-22 going to be the final tank alive. Assassin with GG's in the chat. And MJ Gamer with the final kill of the game. KJ with a solid almost 3k damage game. Joker Steel with 3070 HP worth of damage to his name. And another win for Joker. Clean sweep 4-0 against Pincer. So that's it for the games tonight that we're going to be watching. Pincer were able to pick up the first set, but came up short in the second there. And we'll check the rest of the results here. RGN playing against Zero. Jokers played against Pincer. As we saw, they picked up a win. So Jokers so far with the 2 wins out of 2. Purple is going to be playing against Pramo. And that should be interesting because last time Pramo took it to a tiebreaker against them. I think 34 is streaming Pramo, so what else do we have? MM have a win here, so I think they played, or they won their second set against Ponda 4-0. A solid win there for them. And that's going to be the rest of the results there that we can see for now. So that's all for the games now. I'll leave this stream AFK just so everybody can get their rewards. But if you want to see Pramo play against Purple, then go check out 34's stream. I think it's just _34. However, you have to go to Twitch to watch those, since he streams on Twitch. So that's all for tonight. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Again, I'll just leave the stream AFK so you all can get rewards.